Last topic. Man, it's more like a rant. I'm sitting up here crying. I'm going to the Wu-Tang concert, man. Wu-Tang Nas, right? And last year, I'm mad because last year, I went to the Wu-Tang Nas concert. The missus, she got me tickets for it. I ended up going with my brother. So this time around, my bro was like, man, I'll pay for it. We going back, bro. I'm like, going back? He had told me about it. I didn't even know about it. I'm like, what do you mean we going back? They still on tour? He's like, yeah, man, they coming back. United Center, bro. Because the last one was at a stadium in the burb, somewhere Tinley Park. Man, I forgot the name of it. The big one in Tinley Park. So I'm like, wait. I bought like $130 worth of like merchandise, man. I bought a t-shirt, a hat, a hoodie, everything. I'm like, this once in a lifetime with my guy Wu-Tang Clan and Nas are going on tour. They've been working with each other from the beginning and they finally going on tour together. They might have been on a tour together. I don't know the history, but this, I'm like, they headlining the tour for one. These was like, they just did it last year to prove it, to come do the real tour this year. I was so upset, man. I'm like, cause I ain't realized, like, man, none of the merchandise got the year on it, bro. They got me bad that it didn't say like 2022 or something like that on none of the stuff. So I'm like, wait. Is this like, this dude saw me with the shirt, cause I got the Wu-Tang shirt, they got Chicago in the middle, but it don't got the year now. He like, man, that's dope, man. I'm like, yeah, and it made me realize it in that moment. I'm like, man, it ain't got no like historical insignia or nothing on here, bro. Like, and they gave me a hat. I bought a hat for like $50. I'm like, yeah, now I'm think about it. The hat was $50, so I paid more than $130, man, because the hat was $50. The t-shirt had to be at least $30, maybe $40, and the damn sweatshirt was like $70. So yeah, what's that? That's $150, man. So I paid $150 on merchandise, and they coming back the next year. So I guess I'm gonna begrudgingly rock the gear to the concert now. But they bogus. They like, basically, like I said, they went and proved it last year. Whoever, Live Nation, whatever other company probably didn't want to, man, y'all can't book no stadiums, man. So they went and took the small and medium-sized stadiums for, like, they went all over the country. It's Nas and Wu-Tang. You know, people 35 and up going to see Nas and Wu-Tang, fam. Because for one, Wu-Tang Clan is a collective, is a full thing. They ain't done a lot of shows together. So even though it's no such thing as a full thing because ODB gone, but Capadonna was there, like, it's the Wu-Tang Clan. Method Man wasn't there. But I will say something was special about the show I went to. Busta Rhymes and Spliff Star was there. Busta Rhymes and Spliff Star not coming back. De La Soul minus Dave, rest in peace, is coming. You know what I'm saying? So I love De La, but man, Busta Rhymes in concert is a little bit different. I think we got to like treat last year when we went, because Busta Rhymes came. I guess, I don't know, it seemed like people was complaining about Method Man not being there, so they like, okay, well, we'll get Busta. How about that? So yeah, man, like, yeah, Busta, even though Method Man and Busta, like, they don't replace each other, but Method Man is Method Man, especially live show Method Man. That's a different animal. Method Man dope on records, but live show Method Man is way better. So hopefully live Method Man is here this time. I'm gonna be happy. And hopefully they change up the way they did it. Cause like, they did it like it was almost like a glorified open mic, man. Like they would just spit. Like Nas came out and did a couple songs, Wu did a couple, Busta did a couple, then Nas did a couple, then Wu did a couple. Like, it was weird, man. So I hope they do like a full set Wu-Tang, full set Nas, full set De La Soul, fam. Like, I hope they do that. I hope they don't think that was a good idea last year, because I didn't like it. Other people might have liked it, like we was all high and drunk and all that, so it really didn't, you know what I'm saying? So we all enjoyed it some type of way, but I would have rather like Nas just go through a full like hour and a half set, and then Wu-Tang come up and do an hour and a half set. De La Soul do an hour and a half set. It was like 20 minutes, then he come up 20 minutes, then they come up 20 minutes. So I didn't like that, man. That was weird. But yeah, I think it's going, I'm definitely loving it. I'm kind of mad that I didn't hit that LL Cool J up a couple weeks ago, cause let me be truthful. I thought the Roots was gonna be like doing a groovy Roots thing. I'm like, bro, I want to hit original records. I love the Roots, but I want to hit original records. But I seen videos, I'm like, well, I didn't know Black Thought was gonna be MCing the whole show with LL Cool J. Or with whoever comes on stage. Black Thought was MCing for him. I'm like, oh man, I jagged, man. So I ain't about to let that happen again. I'm going to, from this point on, any like dope historical acts come to Chicago, I'm going, dog. Cause like, we so cynical, and we so like, we so like, the internet makes it so that we feel that we just see these people all the time and all that. But bro, I just missed the show with LL Cool J, Rakim, and Slick Rick on it. With Common and Bone, like in the Roots, Black Thought, like helping out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was an L. I'll hold that one. I'm gonna hold that one. So yeah, this Wu-Tang Nas show, and what's dope, like I said, it's stadium, man. I had never been to a show at United Center. I've never been to the big shows. You know what I'm saying? I seen Wu-Tang Clan Wu-Tang Clan in Atlanta before. That one was phenomenal. That was like one of their first times everybody back together. This was like what, 2018 or 19 or something? Yeah, that show was phenomenal. So I've seen Wu-Tang for 3 hours before, for 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? So I know what they like. But now they got all the lights and the LED walls and all that. So yeah, it's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be nice. So I can't wait. Definitely gonna give a report back on that. But yeah, like I say, because I saw the show last year, I know it's gonna be nice. And it's so crazy because like, I really noticed it, man. Like everybody was dipped head to toe. I'm like, man, these dudes, like, I'm on the phone shopping as I'm at the show, man. I think I bought 3 pieces of clothing when I was there. Like, man, those shoes was hard. I ain't had a pair of ones in a while, feel. Like, so it was dope, man. Like seeing those dudes, basically I grew up looking up to, man. Like Nas and Wu-Tang Clan, bro. Like they kind of shaped the way. Didn't really understand like all the knowledge and all that. I was digesting listening to them dudes, but when I got older, like wondering where some of that stuff stemmed from, like them, literally, especially that show last year, all that knowledge, man, that Wu-Tang, Nas, and Busta had on their rhymes and their songs and stuff, that's where I got a lot of my like thinking from. So yeah, it's dope being able to see these dudes still out here, still prospering. Like I say, minus ODB, man, rest in peace to him. But his son was there doing his parts, man. So that's what's dope. Whenever they do the big shows, they have his son doing his parts. He look like him. He don't exactly sound like him. Nobody sound like ODB, but like it's dope feeling like, okay, ODB is here. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice, man. It was super dope. I saw them in Atlanta. I saw them last year. So I'm going to see them again this year. And I'm going to try to pay attention whenever they come to the shop, man. Because I know Ghost and Ray going to come back together. So whenever Ghost and Ray come back, I'm going to go. See, the problem was back in the day, the Wu-Tang show was the show you get stabbed up at, man. Like, I ain't want to go to them shows when they was at the Congress Theater and all that back in the day, man. Them the shows, or like the Ghost show, or Ray going, them the shows you gonna go to and get stabbed and get in fights with people and all that, man. I wasn't on that. I could just listen to the record. Now the crowd and the demographic changed a little bit because we all older now and we just like happy that these dudes still around coming to perform. So like the crowds is different, and because they went through the period of being super famous because they Wu-Tang Clan, and now famous enough to do stadium tours again, because we all older now, we still around, and we'll pay our little $70, $80 to go see them, $100 to go see Wu-Tang and Nas. So now they doing stadium tours again, which is dope. Like I say, man, like I love it. That's why it was dope that LL is out right now. He proving that some of these older artists can do stadium tours, and Wu-Tang, they proving it too. So we're gonna get more of these stadium tours for our legacy acts. It ain't just gonna be like Summerfest no more. So that's what's dope. That's what's important about this Wu-Tang thing. They go and they selling out all these shows across America. Then now you're gonna start getting more acts doing it. You know what I'm saying? So even though these the biggest of the big, LL Cool J and Wu-Tang Clan and Nas, like that's the biggest of the big from the eras. But it's a lot of dope other people that could go out too that would be dope. 50 Cent doing it right now too. I forgot about him. So yeah, he's doing it too. So I think we're gonna get more of these shows. 50 Cent saying this is his last one. Yeah, okay. When he make $40 million this year from this tour, probably more than that. We're gonna see if it's his last one. Cause he's selling out everywhere. I ain't gonna catch his show in Chicago, but he's selling out everywhere. So it's dope that these legacy acts, man. He's technically not legacy as those dudes, but he's still legacy. Going on these stadium tours. Because there's a lot of these new artists can't even sell out these shows, man, which is crazy. It makes sense though, man. Like at the end of the day, I ain't knocking streaming or all that, but like, man, if I came out with an album, I sold 4 million records, that's 4 million people had to go buy that. That's way different than people just got the access to listening to it on their phone. I ain't saying like we was better fans or like more fans, but I don't think some of these dudes gonna be able to go on tour in like 20 years to stadiums, because just the way we digest music, it's not just the shorties. I can't just blame them or the younger generation. It's how we all digest music, man. Like, we don't have a relationship with it as much as it used to be. Like, you had to physically leave the crib, like, only, especially me growing up as a teenager in the 90s or something. Man, I got $25, man. I want to buy the Source and I could buy one magazine. You don't got to make those decisions now. Like, I remember, like, I'll never forget this. Aquemini and Hard Knock Life came out on the same day. I'm like, man, I want both. I was listening. They you know, they give you previews. I think I was in Sam Goody or something. And then I go to the Source. Aquemini got 5 mics. The Hard Knock Life had like 4.5. I'm like, okay, that might have pushed it past. I'm gonna grab this Aquemini. The Source bogus, man. That Aquemini album was, I ain't gonna disrespect Jay and say it's 1,000 times better, but come on, bro. Them albums do not compare, fam. Like, and you telling me that one was just like a little bit better? Stop it, man. That Aquemini was way better than Life After, than Hard Knock Life. So they was bogus, man. Like they was kind of bogus with some of their ratings, man. Like, yeah, Aquemini was way better than Hard Knock Life, but that's what I'm saying about the way we used to look at things. Like, man, I had enough money to buy one album. I think I was like 15 when these albums came out. I had enough money to buy one album in the Source. That's it. I had to pick Aquemini, and it was the best choice because Aquemini was phenomenal. So, yeah, man, it's just we view and look at music a little bit different. So I don't believe some of these acts gonna be able to go on stadium tours in 20 years because their core fan base was used to just digesting them on their phone. Whether it could be me. One of my favorite artists of all time is K-Dot, but I never had to go buy a K-Dot album or a CD. I've always been able to just, I feel like listening to it, let me type it in, there it go. So am I gonna really like wanna go get a CD? I remember hustling grocery bags to buy Illmatic. I remember that. I remember hustling grocery bags to buy the first Wu-Tang album and Illmatic up at the Aldi on Chicago Avenue in Kidsey on the west side of Chicago. I remember that. That's what these shorties or just our generation now, we don't understand, or they'll never understand. I went to hustle shopping bags, going to take bags, like you see an older lady coming out of the store, I take your bag to the car for you, she give you 50 cents a dollar. I hustled that to get the Wu-Tang album, to get the Nas album. So it's that relationship with those albums that I'm always gonna have. I like To Pimp a Butterfly or Good Kid, Mad City, I just had to pull it up on the phone, man. I ain't got no relationship with it. Even if I had to go to the store to buy it, it still was something that might have happened that day that might have made me remember and make me feel a little bit deeper about the album. Like, I didn't have to do nothing. I just had to like pull it up on the phone when it came out. So yeah, it feels a little bit different. So I don't think a lot of these artists, even though they big, I don't think they're gonna be able to go on stadium tours until like 20 years after their best work was put out, because we just don't have that same relationship with their music. And yeah, man. And I don't mean just me. I mean like whoever's gonna be in their late 30s, early 40s. Like when Good Kid, Mad City could have came out when they was 13, 14 years old. And whoever gonna be in their mid 30s, 40s when it's 20 years past it, I don't think they're gonna go on a tour like a stadium tour for them. Like it may be like some Coachella type of thing where it's a lot of people performing, but like just 2 acts going on tour 20 years after their best work. Nah, I don't think that's gonna work for like these newer artists because we don't value their music the same way we value the music from the 90s and the early 2000s or whatever. So yeah, let me get off my little rant, get off my little soapbox. But that Wu-Tang and Nas show, I can't wait, man. My bro, he hooked it up. We going. And like, man, I'm about to see Wu-Tang twice and I ain't pay a penny. The missus bought the last one and my brother buying this one, so I'm happy. Like Wu-Tang and Nas, like anybody that know me know I think Nas the best. Like you may have your favorite. You may have your favorite. When people be talking about Mount Rushmores and who's the greatest, everybody's got their favorite. I like macaroni and cheese. You may like this. But the best is Nas though. Like take him off of your Mount Rushmores. He's proving it now. He's dropping trilogies of dope albums now, 20 years after he came out. 20, 30 years after he came out. So yeah, I think he's proven the last 5 to 10 years that he's the best, hands down. Nobody compares to him. So it's dope to see him on tour right now. And he's back, like he's literally back in his prime making dope music again. So that was the only thing that was weird. He didn't perform none of the new stuff at all. I guess he was like, man, these old motherfuckers don't want to hear these. They want to hear Illmatic. They want to hear It Was Written. They want to hear I Am. They want to hear the older songs. So he didn't perform anything new. At least I didn't catch it. My bro was late, so I had to go catch him at the gate. I didn't send him the ticket and all that. So Nas was performing. So I might not have caught a song, but I don't remember him performing anything new. So I guess like on these tours, he probably only performed his like older stuff, his legacy stuff. So yeah, man, this tour is dope, man. I'm happy, we fortunate that we're in this situation where like, cause like, you know what I'm saying? Like older acts, a lot of times they be relegated to like the little small venues and all that. Now they come to United Center. They going to the Barclays when they go to New York. They going to, you know what I'm saying? The Fiserv when they go to Milwaukee. They going to the big stadiums, which is dope, man. I like it. I love it.